Joe, I guess, could you just take us through your vantage point of Derek getting the hit, being on first base, and then everyone going out to greet him?
Well, I mean, it's vintage Derek Jeter. Stay inside the ball, hit it the other way. I mean, he's been doing that for 2,723 hits. I mean, he's been doing it a long time. And as far as walking out there, I mean, I think everyone was just ecstatic for him and what he's meant and how he's been a leader here for a long time and the way he plays the game and goes about his business. I think we all feel very proud to be around him.
At some point, Joe, especially this week, did it almost seem like, especially with the fans, but his teammates as well, this became a celebration of Derek Jeter as much as it was about the hits record, but it became something bigger?
I think it did. I think you saw the closeness of the group to him, and even the guys that have only been here for a year. They really appreciated and understood what he's done in his career, and he still has a ways to go. To think that, you know, passing a guy like Lou Gehrig that played every day, just like Jeet, it's really pretty amazing.
Jorge was in here just a few minutes ago marveling at what his best friend has done. And at one point he said, we take him for granted sometimes. He is that good. Meaning then you look up and see some of these numbers.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true?
I think, you know, you expect, you know, Derek to have a great year every year. He's so consistent that, I mean, you think about he's going to end up with, I don't know, 2,750 hits or so this, you know, at the end of this year. 200 a year. Every year he does it. And it's amazing what the numbers he keeps putting up year after year after year. And, you know, maybe you do just think that it's a normal Derek Jeter year, but all those normal Derek Jeter years have added up to greatness.
Joe, a lot of you guys who have been around Derek since the beginning of his career have always said you knew early on he was a special player. But there's a difference between a special player and a guy who passes Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
I mean, when did you realize that he was this kind of a special player that would be accomplishing these kinds of things?
You know, I think after playing with him, you know, 3 or 4 years, you realize that he was just going to go on and have an awesome career. The only doubt about him not having an awesome career was if he got hurt, and he has stayed healthy, and he just keeps putting up number after number after number. And you could see it early on that he was very gifted and that he loved playing here. But as time went on, you realized how great of a player he really was.
You guys stress team first and not individual stuff, but what was your thought process when you saw the whole team spilling out on the field right in the middle of a game to go celebrate?
I think it's what they should have done. I think they should have enjoyed the moment with him and praised him for the moment. I mean, this is not an everyday occurrence, and it's not trying to show anyone up, and it's not, you know, the focus of winning the game is still there, but it's just a special moment in the history of the game that you take time to celebrate with him.
Eric?
Is what you admired about him as a teammate different than what you admired about him from a managing standpoint? If I'm phrasing that correctly.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, he's the same guy in my eyes, whether I played alongside him, whether I coached him, or whether I managed. It's a guy that comes prepared every day to win and does everything he can, whether it's diving for a ground ball, diving in the stands, stealing a base, getting a base hit. Whatever it takes, Derek Jeter will do to win a game.
And then Derek was surprised how many people were still in the stands because of how lousy the weather was.
Yeah.
And he said, well, that just shows you how much people here care about the history. That really says more how much they embrace him.
I think that's a big part of it. I think the people love what he's done here. And I think people came out tonight and stayed out tonight to celebrate the moment with Derek. There's been a lot of anticipation from the fans, and there's so many Yankee fans, and I'm sure there were a lot of people hoping that it would be the night that they were at the game, but it happened to be tonight.
Mark?
A lot of you guys have talked about how there's more to come from him, considering his age and where he is in his career. What do you think makes his swing so, you know, I guess stand the test of time, if you will? And why do you guys have so much confidence that there's more to come out of him?
Well, I don't think he ever tries to do too much at the plate. He takes what the pitcher gives him. His swing never gets big. He's not afraid to lay down a bunt to get a base hit. You know, if you're struggling a little bit, sometimes that can get you going. He's very smart, and he knows how to make adjustments, and that's what he's done his whole career.